Hi there guys, my name is Mighty, top 500 junkerqueen player, and here's some tips and tricks for every hero matchup. D.Va can block your primary fire and alternate fire, so it's important to spam melee, the defense matrix, and also use the Carnage axe to penetrate through it. Against Doomfist, you want to be really careful against his punch. This can interrupt your ult, and also interrupt your axe when you go to Carnage someone. Junkerqueen duels are pure ego duels. You must assert your dominance as the #1 junkerqueen. Save your shift for when they axe you and disengage with speed to dodge the axe. Even if the junkerqueen hits the axe on you, the shift will protect you from enormous amounts of damage. Against Orisa, you must respect the jab and the spin before you ult. Bait these cooldowns before going in, as Orisa spin will completely negate your ult. It's important to know, against fully armored targets such as Orisa, it's really bad to solo ult them, as since the beginning of December, armor has been bugged with junkerqueen bleeds. Against Ramattra, ult him back and hope for the best. Hope they don't have Suzu. Against Ryan, I like to perma-melee him. And you can also spam your axe into him as well when he's shielding up. Against Roadhog, save your shift for the hook. You can save yourself if you get hooked in, and also save allies as well if they get hooked into him. Care for chip damage though. If you get hooked in when you've took damage, you can still get one shot with it, so you have to be really careful. Against Sigma, make sure his rock's been used. This can cancel your ult and also your Carnage axe. Against Winston, throw an early jagged blade into him and use Carnage to force jump or primal. Pull him early to secure an easy pick for you and your team. Against Wrecking Ball, preemptively aim the jagged blade just where he's about to land. You can pull him in and Carnage combo him to do insane amounts of damage. Against Zarya, you can fire a couple of fake shots to bait the first bubble. Then, you can use your melee attack to bait the next bubble. This ensures that you still have your axe cooldown and Gracie throw to combo the Zarya instantly. Against Ashe, you can use Jagged Blade to force Ashe Coach Gun. If the player is being hard-pocketed by a Mercy, this is quite a hard duel. As with the recent patch, they've removed a lot of the burst damage from Gracie throw. Against Bastion ult, use the shift to escape out of the blast radius without taking much damage. You can also use this to save your teammates around you. Against Cassidy, you can use your shift to speed yourself or allies out of the Deadeye. It increases your HP and speed, so it's going to make it much harder for the Deadeye to get a pick. Against Echo, you can use your shout to negate the sticky damage. This is also going to make it really hard to combo it with Focus Beam. Against Genji, you must wait until he uses Deflect before you use Carnage on him, as his Deflect can completely block the Axe Carnage damage. The latest patch though, it does refund the cooldown slightly as it's been changed. Against Hanzo, don't try and commit your Gracie throw into him, as most of the time he's going to leap away and save himself easily. The Hanzo leap is stronger than the Gracie pull, so it's going to completely negate your pull. Against Junkrat, make sure there's no traps on the ground, as this can counter your ult. Surprisingly, the ult does not break the trap. Against Mei, you want to keep your distance to ensure that you don't get slowed by a primary fire. Even if you commit your axe in this duel, the Mei's going to ice block and completely negate everything. When Pharah barrages, shoot once and throw your jagged blade into her, then shoot again for an easy kill. It's a little harder this patch, as they remove some of the impact damage of the jagged blade. As long as you have shout against Reaper, it's fairly straightforward. You can also completely counter his ult using shift. You still have over 100 HP left after the ult. Now, combine this with an actual fight and we can easily combo him with all of our cooldowns. When a Sojourn gets hit by jagged blade, they're going to slide early. Pull at the end of the slide to potentially get a pick. If they are hard pocketed, this is going to be extremely hard on this patch. When Soldier uses his healing station, use shout to close the distance and secure an easy pick with your axe. You can also displace him out of the healing area with the jagged blade pull. Against Sombra, if you think they have EMP, save your shout until they use their ult. This will allow you to survive the EMP damage and also help your team escape. Against Symmetra, her turrets can be really annoying, but when she TPs in, try to pull her away from the TP to prevent her escape. If you're able to displace Symmetra away from her TP, you're almost guaranteed to secure a pick. Against Torbjorn, his turret can also be super annoying. Unfortunately on this patch with the jagged blade changes, a lot harder to destroy the turret than it was on previous patches. However, if you're able to close the gap with shout, you're still able to kill the turret if you commit some shots into it. Against Tracer, use your melee to force bleeds on her. This will force her away from you, and it potentially forces a recall if enough damage is taken. If the recall is used, you can easily secure a pick. If you land your throwing knife on it, it's almost a guaranteed pick or force recall. Against Widowmaker, If you're on a sniper map such as Circuit Royale or Junkertown, if you do not use shift, it's extremely easy to get picked if the sniper player is competent. You can force grapple with a jagged blade pull, and this enables you to potentially get a pick later on, or enable your DPS to take care of her. Against Ana, due to the large hitbox of junkerqueen, it makes it really easy for her to hit a sleep dart on you. We can abuse the shout speed increase to juke the sleep and dodge it. If you do get slapped though, just remember it's insanely easy for Ana to hit the sleep dart on junkerqueen since the hitbox is atrociously large. Against Baptiste, remember ulting his lamp does no damage to it. Instead, before ulting the lamp, try to damage it first before ulting, or if your ult forces lamp, try to combo it with the throwing knife. It's a little bit more awkward this patch since some of the burst damage got removed from the knife. Against Brig, go to Axa. If she ends up using a rocket flare to displace you back, just engage back on her and keep meleeing her. Junkerqueen's really good against Brig, so take advantage of this to make an easy pick. Against Kiriko, you can try to pull her in to force Suzu or TP early. Some Kirikos are really greedy and they're holding Suzu forever, so sometimes you can catch them off guard by comboing them really fast. However, in the high ranks, a lot of them are just going to TP away. If you end up forcing Suzu and you ult, they may Kiriko ult to buffer the Suzu cooldown back fast. It's also extremely situational. Sometimes you can actually ult to force Suzu to then enable your team to combo something else to win the fight. Against Lucio, use your axe to be immediately propelled backwards by Lucio. Against Lucio, just shout in, pretend like you're going to axe, and then he'll just boop you back, and then just go and axe afterwards. It's really easy. When playing against Mercy Res, if we headshot them and pull them in, we're almost guaranteed a pick. However, keep in mind that knife pulling res will not interrupt it, as most of the time the Gracie is not strong enough to interrupt the res range. Against Moira, if she eagles you in really close range, you can easily duel her. However, a lot of Moira calls are going to be far back. This gives you a good opportunity to ult in and anti them all. Against Zenyatta, take care of his Discord orbs. You can also force Transcendence with your junkerqueen ult. Rampage in to force Zen to press Q. For some reason, a lot of Zen players just Q out of panic when you go with junkerqueen. This happens at high rank as well. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the one junkerqueen tip for every hero. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I stream most days on Twitch, twitch.tv/mighty. See you later.